10 mistakes that hurt your dog without you knowing. Hey, before you skip this video, I want you to stop for a second. You love your dog, I know you do. You feed them, you walk them, you buy them toys, but what if I told you that some of the things you do every single day are actually hurting your dog? Not because you're a bad owner, but because nobody ever told you the truth. Today, we're going through 10 common mistakes that dog owners make. Mistakes that look completely normal on the outside, but inside they're causing your dog stress, anxiety, confusion, and even physical pain. And the worst part, most owners never even find out. So stay with me till the end. Because mistake number 7 is one that almost every dog owner is guilty of. And it might be the most damaging one of all. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1. Hugging your dog. I know this one is hard to hear. But hugging your dog, that thing you do every morning, the thing you do when you come home, that thing that feels like the most loving gesture in the world, your dog actually hates it. Now, before you close this video, hear me out. Because this isn't about whether your dog loves you. They absolutely do. This is about how dogs experience physical contact. Who wrap our arms around each other as a sign of comfort and love. It's deeply wired into us, but dogs are not primates. They are predator-prey animals, and in the animal world, when another creature wraps their limbs around you and restricts your movement, that is not a hug, that is a threat. That is a sign of dominance or danger. When you hug your dog, you are essentially, from their biological perspective, looking away, flattening their ears, licking their lips, yawning, showing the whites of their eyes. These are all calming signals. These are your dog's way of saying, "Please stop, I'm uncomfortable. I trust you, but please stop." So what should you do instead? Pet them on the chest, scratch them behind the ears, sit beside them on the floor. These are the gestures that dogs actually understand as love. These are the things that make your dog feel safe. Mistake number 2, maintaining eye contact for too long. You've probably heard that. Making eye contact with your dog builds trust, and in the right context, that's true. But here's what nobody tells you: prolonged, intense, unbroken eye contact is actually a threat signal in dog language. In the wild and even among domestic dogs, staring directly into another dog's eyes is a challenge. It's a dominant signal. It's the thing dogs do right before a fight breaks out. So when you stare at your dog, especially a dog you don't know well, or a rescue dog or a dog that already has anxiety, you are sending them a signal that says, "I'm challenging you," and that creates stress, fear, and sometimes even aggression. The right way to make eye contact with your dog is soft and brief. A few seconds, then look away. This is actually how dogs communicate affection with each other. The slow blink, the soft gaze, the look away, it means I trust you, I'm not a threat. Next time your dog looks away from you during eye contact, don't think they're being rude. They're actually being polite. They're telling you they're not a threat either. They're speaking dog. Learn to speak it back. Mistake number 3, punishing your dog after the fact. This is one of the most common mistakes in dog ownership, and it causes enormous psychological damage over time. Your dog chewed your shoe. You come home, you see it. You call your dog over and you scold them. Maybe you raise your voice. Maybe you point at the shoe. Maybe you give them a tap. And your dog does that thing. That guilty look, head down, ears back, tail low, eyes wide, and you think they know what they did. They feel guilty. But here is the truth that will completely change how you see your dog. That look is not guilt, that is fear. Dogs live in the present moment. Their short-term memory works very differently from ours. Research from Alexandra Horowitz at Barnard College showed that dogs have no ability to connect a past action to a current punishment, unless that punishment happens within 1 to 2 seconds of the behavior. When you come home and punish your dog for something they did hours ago, your dog has absolutely no idea why you are angry. All they know is that their person, the most important being in their world, is suddenly scary and unpredictable, and so they show appeasement signals. Head down, tail low, soft eyes. Not because they're guilty, but because they are trying to calm you down. They are saying, "Please don't hurt me. I don't understand what's happening, but I want you to be okay." Over time, this kind of delayed punishment creates chronic anxiety. Your dog starts associating your arrival home with fear instead of joy. They stop understanding rules because the rules make no sense to them. And the bond between you and your dog slowly, quietly breaks. The solution is simple but requires patience. Catch the behavior in the moment, redirect immediately, use positive reinforcement consistently, and if you missed it, let it go, clean it up, move on. Your dog is not being defiant. They are just being a dog. Mistake number 4, using inconsistent commands here, is something most people never think about. Your dog is constantly trying to understand you. Every single day, they are working incredibly hard to decode your words. Your tone, your body language, your energy, they want to understand. They want to please you. And then you say sit one day and sit down the next day. And sit in a high-pitched voice the day after that. And sometimes you say it once. And sometimes you say it 5 times before you actually mean it. And your dog is sitting there thinking, I genuinely do not know what you want from me. Inconsistency in commands is one of the most frustrating things you can do to a dog. Because dogs learn through repetition and clarity, they need the same word, said the same way every single time, with the same consequence. After, when commands change, depending on your mood or who's giving them, the dog, the spouse, the kids all saying different things, your dog stops trusting the command system entirely. They start ignoring commands, not because they're stubborn, but because the commands have never meant anything reliable. Pick one word for each behavior, use it every time. Make sure everyone in the house uses the same word, and only say it once if your dog doesn't respond. Don't repeat it. Ask yourself why they didn't respond and fix that. Don't just say it louder. Mistake number 5, not giving your dog enough mental stimulation. Most owners think about physical exercise. Walk the dog, run with the dog, play fetch, and yes, physical exercise matters. But here is what almost nobody thinks about. Your dog's brain needs exercise just as much as their body. Dogs, especially working breeds like German Shepherds, Border Collies, Huskies, and Labs, were bred to solve problems, to track, to herd, to retrieve, to guard. Their brains were designed for complex tasks that require focus, decision-making, and problem-solving. When you don't give them that mental outlet, their brain doesn't just rest. It goes looking for something to do, and that something is usually something you don't want them doing. Chewing furniture, digging holes, barking endlessly, escaping the yard. A dog that seems destructive is very often just a dog that is bored out of their mind. A 20-minute training session mentally tires a dog more than a 2-hour walk, puzzle feeders, scent games, learning new commands, hide and seek with treats. These are the things that truly satisfy a dog's need to think. Start adding mental stimulation to your dog's daily routine and watch how dramatically their behavior changes. The destructiveness decreases, the anxiety decreases, the connection between you deepens, because finally, their brain is being given what it was designed to do. Mistake number 6, skipping socialization during puppyhood. This mistake has a time limit, and once that window closes, it is incredibly difficult to reopen. Between the ages of 3 weeks and 14 weeks, a puppy goes through what behaviorists call the critical socialization period. During this time, the puppy's brain is forming its fundamental map of the world. It is deciding what is normal, what is safe, what should I be afraid of. Whatever a puppy is exposed to during this window becomes normal to them. Whatever they are not exposed to during this window becomes a potential source of fear for the rest of their life. Puppies who are not socialized with other dogs, with different kinds of people, with children, with traffic, with loud sounds, with new environments. These puppies grow up into fearful, reactive, anxious adult dogs, and fearful dogs are the #1 cause of dog bites worldwide. This is not something you can fully fix later. You can help, you can manage, you can do years of rehabilitation, but the neural pathways that are laid down in those first 14 weeks are the foundation of that dog's psychology. For the rest of their life, if you have a puppy right now, socialization is the single most important thing you can do, more important than any command. More important than any trick, get them out. Get them meeting the world safely, positively, consistently, every single day. Mistake number 7, forcing your dog to interact with things they fear. This is the one I said you'd want to hear. And it's the one that breaks my heart the most when I see it. Your dog is afraid of something. Another dog, a stranger, a loud noise. The vet and you want to help them. You want them to get over it. So you do what seems logical. You bring them closer. You hold them there. You say, it's okay, just relax. This is called flooding, and it is psychologically devastating. When a dog is in a state of fear, and you force them to remain in that state without escape, you are not teaching them that the thing is safe. You are teaching them that they have no control over their own safety. You are teaching them that when they are terrified, nobody will help them, not even the person they love. Most dogs that are repeatedly flooded develop something called learned helplessness. They stop reacting. They go quiet. They go still. And owners often mistake this for the dog having calmed down or gotten used to it. They haven't.
Such a good dog.
They've shut down. They've given up. That stillness is not peace. That stillness is a dog that has stopped believing they have any power over what happens to them. The correct approach is called counter-conditioning and desensitization. You expose the dog to the feared thing at a distance and intensity, where they notice it but are not overwhelmed. And at that moment you pair it with something wonderful, a high-value treat, play, praise. You repeat this slowly, gradually over time, and the dog's brain begins to rewire. The feared thing starts to predict good things, and the fear begins to dissolve. This takes time, it takes patience, it takes consistency, but it works. And it works without breaking your dog's trust in you. Mistake number 8, letting your dog pull on the leash without correction. A lot of owners see leash pulling as just an inconvenience. The dog pulls, you get dragged a little, whatever. But what's actually happening is far more significant than most people realize. Every single time your dog pulls on the leash and reaches what they were pulling toward, whether that's a smell, another dog, a person, they get rewarded for pulling because they got what they wanted. The behavior is reinforced every single time. But more than that, a dog that constantly pulls on leash is a dog that has been taught that they are in charge of where you go, and when they are leading, you are following. And this dynamic, repeated daily, begins to shift the entire power structure of your relationship. Dogs need clarity about leadership, not dominance in a harsh or punishing sense, but calm, consistent guidance. A dog that knows their owner is in control feels safer. They don't have to make all the decisions. They don't have to be alert to every threat. Their person has it handled. A dog that pulls everywhere is carrying a weight they shouldn't have to carry. The anxiety of being in charge, the constant hypervigilance of leading. Teach loose leash walking. Use a proper harness or a martingale collar. Stop moving the moment the leash tightens. Reward the moment your dog comes back to your side. It takes weeks of consistent practice, but the dog you get on the other side, calm, focused, connected, is worth every minute of it. Mistake number 9, feeding your dog on an irregular schedule. Dogs are creatures of routine, in a way that most humans aren't even close to. Their biology, their hormones, their digestion, their psychology, all of it is calibrated to predictable patterns. When you feed your dog at random times, sometimes at 7 a.m., sometimes at noon, sometimes you forget and do it at 9 p.m., you are creating a state of low-grade, chronic uncertainty in your dog's nervous system. Their body starts waiting, anticipating, wondering when food is coming. This creates anxiety around feeding time. It creates food-guarding behavior. It creates a dog that is always slightly on edge, because one of their most basic needs is unpredictable. A regular feeding schedule does more than just keep their digestion healthy, though. It does that too. It tells your dog that their world is predictable, that their needs will be met, that they can relax. Feed your dog at the same time every day. Same bowl, same place, same routine. Watch how this simple change reduces their baseline anxiety and makes them calmer, more trusting, and more settled throughout the day. Mistake number 10, not respecting your dog's need for alone time. We think of dogs as always wanting to be with us, and they do love us deeply, completely. But dogs also need rest. they need downtime. They need to decompress. Adult dogs sleep between 12 and 14 hours a day. Senior dogs even more, puppies up to 18 hours. This is not laziness. This is a biological requirement. Their nervous systems need periods of low stimulation to process, recover, and regulate. When you constantly interact with your dog, calling them, touching them, playing with them, making noise around them, never giving them a quiet moment, you are overstimulating their nervous system. And an overstimulated dog becomes hyperactive, reactive, and anxious. Your dog needs a safe space, a bed or crate that is theirs alone, a place where the kids don't disturb them, where it's quiet, where they can truly rest. And when your dog goes to that space, respect it, don't follow them. Don't call them back, let them decompress. This is not rejection. This is a healthy dog doing exactly what a healthy dog needs to do. The owners who have the calmest, most balanced dogs are the ones who have learned to give their dog space, to read their dog's signals, to understand when their dog is saying, "I need a minute," and to honor that. So those are the 10 mistakes. Let me give them to you one more time quickly. When hugging your dog, prolonged eye contact. 3, punishing after the fact. Inconsistent commands. 5, ignoring mental stimulation. 6, skipping puppy socialization. 7, forcing them to face fears. 8, allowing leash pulling. 9, irregular feeding schedules. 10, never giving them alone time. None of these mistakes make you a bad owner. They make you a human who didn't have the right information. And now you do. Your dog cannot tell you what they need. They cannot sit you down and explain their anxiety. They cannot show you the research papers. All they can do is show you signals and hope that one day you learn to read them. That's what this channel is about. Understanding dogs the way dogs actually are, not the way we wish they were. If this video helped you, share it with someone who has a dog, because somewhere out there, a dog is waiting for their owner to watch this video. Take care of your dogs. They are taking care of you in ways you don't even realize. I'll see you in the next one.